so let's get started. You know what? I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised by this entire pay-per-view. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna rant like slightly, but in kind of like a good way. Okay, well there was like some kind of bad points to the show. Not everything was was all that on the positive side, but for the most part, I actually kind of enjoyed myself. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, you know what? I saw maybe like a little bit of like the opener. I thought it was pretty decent. I thought like the Matt Hardy faction thing was gonna win. I was glad that they didn't. I'm glad that that Jungle Boy and all them won. I was really happy because I was like, please don't give it to Matt Hardy's faction. They've really done nothing. I feel that that Private Party kind of needs to go their separate ways and turn back as baby faces. I think Private Party has been heels kind of long enough. I think it's time for them to to turn back as faces. I think they were a lot more successful as baby faces. If I'm being honest with you, I think Private Party doesn't really need Matt Hardy anymore. If I'm being completely real with you. But anyway, I was glad that that Jungle Boy and company won. And this fucking boomer right here, okay, so this guy is actually pretty funny. He's been on a few episodes of Dynamite, so I actually don't really mind him. He's kind of just going off on everybody. I would like to see this old MMA guy like kind of do a promo off with the Punk. I think that would be fucking hilarious. Yeah, so I thought that was a funny segment before the show started. Okay, so I had to be honest, you guys. I like my TV for some reason had decided like not to fucking play half of this shit. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I had to go like take the shit upstairs. I had to watch it from my room upstairs. So I was just like so frustrated. So I barely saw any of this shit, by the way. But from what I could tell and from what I could, what the people were kind of reacting to it was actually a really good match. So I guess I just have to see this on the fucking replay. I guess there's really not much else I could say about it, guys. Which I have no problem with. I could just watch it, over again. That's what other people are doing. They're kind of watching different segments and all that, again. So, yeah, I guess I'll watch this one. They said this was kind of like a bit of like a rough and tumble type of match, and that was actually pretty good. I was hoping, like against all hope, that like the Eddie would win, but it turns out he did not win. But I like that. I like this Miro, like God's favorite champion, type of gimmick. I think it's actually like pretty funny. And then we have like Eddie kind of going against that, and and all that. Their chemistry is pretty much on point. Yeah, but again, guys, I have to watch it again. But congratulations to Miro for retaining the belt. So yeah, good for him. Yeah, it's just kind of like frustrating. Yeah, so with this one, I saw half of this one too. Like, please do not hate me for not watching this match either. I promise you, I had my shit together, like later on in the pay-per-view. Like this, okay, first of all, this pay-per-view was fucking like 4.5 hours or whatever. So I had time to to get everything organized when I got upstairs, okay? Like, so no, like, do not judge, alright? So I saw maybe like the last like 15 minutes of this actually, and I really loved it. It was, to me, it was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought this old man right here in his 50s, it was actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like misjudged that a bit. So, oops. Now there were some matches on this card that I don't think I missed a beat on. I think I kind of got the predictions right. But yeah, this was a surprise. I don't think anybody saw this one coming. Yeah, I mean, and they're gonna have a match on Wednesday. I mean, I just can't believe it. Them meeting face to face, like in that ring after his match, and then him just being like, Moxley just being like laid out by this guy. I just thought it was just hilarious, and also I don't think people know how dangerous this man actually is, and he's in his 50s too, just like the other guy was. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I can't wait to know a little bit more about a lot of these guys, since the door is starting to crack open a little bit with a lot of these people from from Japan. And yeah, I would like to get to know everybody a little bit better. So I thought it was actually pretty good. All right. So yeah, this one right here. Now this I actually okay. I did see. For most of the time. Oh my god, this is a really bad, a really horrible, fucking kind of review that I'm doing. But yeah, I had to take a piss so bad though. I'm sorry, but this was the most like predictable fucking match that I've ever seen. Like, and I think in my life. I mean, I don't know, guys. It just was not my thing. It was not my cup of tea. Okay. I love Chris Statlander too much. I don't know what they're really doing with her. I just, man, like, but I mean, when I got back upstairs, you know, they were still going at it, like they were still fighting. So, okay, whatever. Congratulations to to Britt Baker. Okay, we're gonna move on now. So, next up, we have the Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks. And I thought this was like match of the fucking night. I love this so much. They had this like big, like whole big like production, this musical, and I just thought this is like one way to kick off, everything. Yeah, I'm gonna need the Bucks to turn face also. Yeah, they're kind of starting to kind of like get on my fucking nerves a bit. I mean, it's I think the Lucha Brothers definitely like kind of saved this match, because I'm just like, man, I don't know, the Bucks just for some reason they don't really do it for me as heels, because that's all they do is just troll. I mean, if that's all your gimmick is just trolling on the internet, and then you troll on TV, and you troll on being the elite, and you don't have anything else going for you except for just that, then you don't have much of a storyline. You kind of are just kind of like playing around and trying to get a reaction with the whole the shitty looking outfits and the facial hair and and like all like the dyed hair and shit. Just enough was enough. Like it's no longer funny. I just look at them. I'm just like, girl, like, what the fuck are you wearing? So sometimes I don't even really comment anymore. I just, like I said, the other video, I just go in the kitchen and like cook dinner or something when they're on now. But anyway, this match was really good. They have great chemistry. This was just the most intense match I've seen in like a long time. I really enjoyed it. I liked the little nail spot, with like Matt Jackson's, the little nail needles on the shoes and shit, on his Jordans. That was just like just an amazing. I just could not believe that it was just like it was like a bloody good time. I didn't really mind this match. I might have to go back and watch that too, actually, if I'm being honest with you. But just for like the Lucha Brothers, because they really, they fucking killed this for real. I'm so glad that they won. I have to give honor to where honor is due. I mean, like the Lucha, bros have just been on top of their game. I think they've had like a lot of setbacks in the past and a lot of injuries, but they've come out on top, and that's the most important thing, is that you just dust yourself off and try again. and then that's what I love about them. I'm so glad that the Bucks put them over. I think it was time for them to lose that. I think it had been on the Bucks for way too long anyway. So I'm glad that that the Lucha Brothers won. So good for them. They had like their kids out there and they were crying and everything. They were really emotional and they were like celebrating and all that. And just everything just fit with like with the music, their theme song, playing live, and all the way to the finish of it where they both won. I love that so much. Like that really is like what the standard of like brotherly love is. And so yeah, I'll always have a special place in my heart for for them. They really did the damn thing. So yeah, I'll give credit to them. And thank you again. Thank you to the Bucks. For putting them over. So thank you. All right, next up was the women's battle royale. This was actually really cute. I would have actually put the cooler match, Paul and what is it, and the QT match, where the women's match was, where the battle royale was at. I have no idea like why the fuck like Tony Khan put like the Paul White, or like big show, whatever you want to call him, and and like fucking like the QT match, at like almost the end. Like, are you serious? Like, that did nothing for the crowd at all. That did absolutely nothing for them. Like that, man, that shit should have been on like Dark or something. Ruby Soho, formerly known as Ruby Riot. Oh my God, I was so happy to see her. Man, wow, she, I mean, like she looked amazing out there, didn't she? I always thought that for that reason, Vince and Bruce just didn't really see anything in her, and I never understood why, because she's so fucking talented. So I always think that Vince has like a type of woman that he sees as pretty, and I guess she didn't really fit that mold. But you know what, like fuck Vince and fuck Bruce Pritchard. So yeah. I mean, they keep pretending that AEW is in competition. Well, guess what, bitch? Like they most certainly are. Like, so like stop pretending that that they aren't. I'm tired of them saying that, like, that they're not competition. Like they definitely are. So I was happy that she made it, to the show. I've been watching a lot of the videos and all that she's had, kind of like her journey and all that, and her trying to get like transportation to Chicago and all that. And I just fucking like love this moment for her. Just man, good for her. I wish her nothing but the absolute best, and I hope that whenever Liv Morgan leaves, or when her contract expires, or if she gets fired, I hope she doesn't. I pray to God she doesn't get fired, but hopefully Liv, Liv can join her best friend, Ruby, and maybe they can have some matches here in AEW. I don't know. One can hope, I guess. Okay, so this right here, now this is the match that I definitely didn't really care about. I don't care about Jericho anymore. I think MJF is okay. But I don't think MJF should have lost this match, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think MJF has a little bit more of like more kind of time to grow, and so you kind of need to start off fresh with that guy. I wouldn't just have him just like lose to a 51-year-old fuck like that soon, he shouldn't be losing to grumpy old man Jericho like that quickly. I'm sorry, but this. I mean, I it's not, it didn't entirely shit the bed for me, but I kind of hated like the ending a little bit. It was kind of like approaching fuck finish, I guess territory. But when the second referee came out to help out, that was when it was kind of like a proper save. But other than that, I was like, well, what the hell is going on? I mean, like his feet had touched the rope, or his foot had touched the rope when the ref counted 3, and I guess that was in. But his foot had touched like the rope before 3 or something. So that was what I guess the finish was going to be, and then they changed it, and then he ended up doing what Judas Effect or whatever it was. No, it was I think the Lion Tamer, or whatever you want to call it. So that was what ended up being the finish, and you had MJF tap out, which I thought was bullshit. Like I said, I don't think that Jericho needed that win. I don't think he needed that win at all. And I'm kind of tired of seeing the Inner Circle at this point. They need to kind of branch off and do other things. It's time for Sammy Guevara and Proud and Powerful to do other things in different I guess what areas of competitions and things like that. Yeah, it just wasn't my favorite. It was kind of trash. Okay, next up, CM Punk versus Darby Allen. This was actually pretty decent. CM Punk still got it. Yeah, I was actually like really shocked by how good he still is. I've always been a Punk fan, so I was gonna follow him wherever he decided to go. Yeah, I'll be a fan of this man like for life. It doesn't matter like what he what he decides to do. People were complaining about what he was wearing, but I didn't really give a shit. I was like, it's fine, just let him wear the pants. I don't think he wants to do anything of the sort. In the shorts that he was wearing in WWE, I don't think he wants to wear that anymore. But I don't think he has to wear that anymore. He's a veteran in the game. He can wear whatever the fuck he wants now. Stop, like picking apart every single thing. Not everything needs to be picked apart. Okay. I thought that this was actually great storytelling. I was glad that Punk won. That this was decent for what it was. Darby just does not care about his body, does he? Like, holy shit, he was like bouncing around and everything, and I mean, he really is like a dangerous person. Yeah. I don't know. I hope that his career takes off even more. I'm not sure what's going on with him and the sexual allegations of him being like a rapist or some shit like that. That was what I read. Some girl online said that she was raped by him or something. If that's true, like that's fucking terrible. So he, if that is true, he deserves to be investigated. So I don't know why nobody's talking about the Darby Allen allegations. But everybody seems to have time to talk about Dream and Matt Riddle still. But because it's Darby Allen, nobody has anything to say about his allegations. But whatever. Okay, yeah, we're gonna move on. But anyway, I did really enjoy this, and I love the appearance from Sting and the handshake with Sting. Yeah, this was a beautiful and touching moment. It just like two legends in the ring, together. Yeah, that's something that like that money cannot buy. I love Punk putting Darby over at the end. That was just great. So I guess it's on to the next for Punk. I wonder who his next opponent is gonna be. I don't know. was a waste of fucking time. Again, this was another like bathroom break kind of a match. So yeah, I don't think anybody gave a shit about this. Yeah, this was complete garbage, trash. This shit the bed. I'm happy that Paul White won, but I don't ever want to see this fucking match again. Yeah, do not put a rematch on this. This shit should have been on like Dark or on like Rampage or some shit like that. Do not put this on a pay-per-view no more, please. Please don't put no like fucking QT Marshall match on the show anymore. That motherfucker cannot wrestle. Oh please. And he ruined the Diamond Cutter for life. Anyway, all right. So on to the last match of the night. Yeah, so we have my baby Kenny versus my other baby Christian. So I wanted both of them to win. I like both of them. You know, it was tough because I really wanted both. Like got it both. I'm selfish like that. Like, you know, I could see Christian winning, but then I could also see, you know, Kenny winning. But Kenny kind of had to keep the belt because Adam Page is coming back after, you know, after he has the kid or whatever. After he, you know, his wife gives birth, he's probably gonna come back. Either during like later on in September or sometime in October, in time for full gear, I think. So that's my guess. So I think Paige is gonna win into winning the belt from Kenny at the last pay-per-view of the year. So that's what I think. Yeah, but that's just my guess right there. So yeah, you know what, this match was actually like a lot of fun. Was I the only one that thought that the crowd was a bit dead for this one? Like the crowd was dead for this one, and the crowd was kind of dead with the Punk and Darby match for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why, but the crowd wasn't really as hype as they were for like the other matches in the night. I guess people were just fucking tired. I guess it was a 4.5 hour pay-per-view. I mean, what else did you expect? But anyway, and so then Adam Cole comes out and makes a special appearance after Kenny wins, and he's beating down the baby faces. So you would think that Adam Cole, you know, is coming out as a face, but no, he ends up like knocking out, you know, like I guess what Jungle Boy was like trying to get up or something. He was trying to crawl back up so that he could like stand up, and Adam Cole just gave him just like a really like tough super kick. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh wow, he's back in the fold, y'all. It's like he's like all elite, y'all. So I was happy for Bebe. You know that he was there. I was freaking out. I totally freaked out. I thought for sure he was gonna stay with WWE. I'm so happy that he's there with his friends and you know, and like Britt Baker. I'm not a fan of Baker, but I'm a fan of his though. And he's actually genuinely like a nice guy in real life. So I don't know. I mean, like he's good either way as like a face or heel. So I guess it kind of doesn't matter with me. But yeah, in NXT is dead in the fucking water, honey. Yeah. Okay, now we got Daniel Bryan, and oh my god, I screamed when Daniel Bryan came out. I was like, oh my goodness, no way. I was like, what is happening? This is awesome. I was like, yes. I was doing the yes chants and shit. I'm like, yes. This was just like amazing. Oh man, what a night, what a fucking night like that this was. I mean, they really laid it like all out, like no pun intended, but it really was all out, you know. I mean, like they really were able. Tony was really able to get all these people like to show up. I didn't think he had it in him. I didn't think Tony was gonna be able to get the deal done. I didn't think he was gonna get Adam and also Dan or Bryan too, or should I say Bryan Danielson. He's Bryan Danielson now. I didn't think any of them were gonna show up. Wow, that was just so amazing. I'm happy for both of them. I'm happy for Ruby Soho. I'm happy for just everyone. Everyone involved in this pay-per-view. I was like, yeah, congratulations to all of you. Yeah, you guys won. Man. Yeah, this was good. So I think the feud is gonna be the Elite featuring like these guys right here. Yeah, it's gonna be the Elite versus Christian Jungle Boy, Bryan. Bryan Danielson and the Dinosaur Honey. Yeah, this is gonna be great. If this is what the next feud is gonna be, then like the Take My Money. I'm being serious. Like take my fucking money. Well, all in all, on a scale of 1 to 10, you know what? I would say that it was a 9 out of 10. I have to be honest with you. It was a 9 out of 10. I had to knock out the point because of the worthless match that was Paul White and QT Marshall or Big Show or whatever. Yeah, that was not really needed. Okay. Yeah, that fucking sucked. But anyway, all in all, a very positively great show. Okay, well anyway, that's it, you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, this was fun. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.